Good morning, grade 9 students. This is Miss Mooney. Today we're going to start chapter 4, DNA, the Code of Life. Please open your books to lesson 1, the genetic code, page 109. We've all been wondering how chromosomes, genes, and DNA are related or form the genetic code in our bodies. The objectives of the lesson: in this lesson we are going to identify what forms the genetic code and how are genes, chromosomes, and DNA related. What forms the genetic code? The DNA contains the genetic information for cells to make proteins. Proteins determine a variety of traits, from hair color to an organism's ability to digest food. Parents pass traits to offspring through chromosomes. Chromosomes are made up of DNA and proteins and are located in the cell's nucleus. So each cell in our body that has a nucleus contains chromosome, and these chromosomes contain DNA, which are the code for every information in our cell. The structure of the DNA. The DNA is made of a twisted ladder structure called the double helix. The sides of the double helix are made up of sugar molecules called deoxyribose alternating with phosphate molecules. The name DNA or deoxyribonucleic acid comes from this structure. As you can see in the figure, the two bands or the strands that are twisted are the sugar phosphate backbone of the DNA, and they are twisted, so these form the twisted ladder structure or the double helix. The rungs found between the two strands of DNA are made of nitrogen bases. What are nitrogen bases? Nitrogen bases are molecules that contain nitrogen and other elements. DNA has 4 kinds of nitrogen bases: adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine. The capital letters A, T, G, and capital C are used to represent the bases. Adenine always pairs with thymine, and cytosine always pairs with guanine. This figure illustrates the structure of the DNA. The two blue strands are the strands of the DNA. Together, they form a double helix. Between these two DNA strands, we have the nitrogen bases. The nitrogen bases are guanine, cytosine, thymine, and adenine. As you can see, guanine always pairs with cytosine and thymine always pairs with adenine. Chromosomes, genes, and DNA. A gene is a section of a DNA molecule that contains the information to code for one specific protein. A gene is made up of a series of bases in a row. The bases in a gene are arranged in a specific order. For example, ATG, AC, GTAC is one code for a gene. So as you can see in the figure, in the first figure, that a specific code or a specific nitrogen bases in a row form a gene. A gene is a part of the DNA molecule or is a part of the double helix that contains these series of nitrogen bases. Each gene is located at a specific place on the chromosome. Because there are so many possible combinations of bases in genes, each individual has a unique set of DNA. DNA can be found in all the body cells except red blood cells because they lack nucleus. As a conclusion, the DNA contains the genetic information for cells to make proteins. Parents pass traits to offspring through chromosomes. Chromosomes are made up of DNA and proteins and are located in the cell's nucleus. The DNA is made up of a twisted ladder structure called the double helix, and the rungs of the DNA are made up of nitrogen bases. A gene is a section of the DNA that contains the information to code for a specific protein. A gene is made up of a series of bases in a row. As an assignment for next time, study pages 109 and 110 from the book. Complete figure 3, page 111, and do assessment exercises, page 111, number 1, A and B. Please check the slides below to highlight the required information on your books. Thank you.